Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. My name is Katie Motzinger. I'm the Community Resource Director here at the Children's Attention Home, where we provide a nurturing home and life-changing services to children in foster care and homeless youth here in our community. And today with me, I have Erin Ryan, who is one of our longtime volunteers. Erin serves in the Blessed Hands category, meaning that she comes and helps take care of the kids' hair. And everybody has a different style and a different way that they want to have their hair done, just like everybody else. And so Erin makes sure that they feel good and confident. And so we're very grateful to have her as part of our family. And so now I'm going to turn it over to Erin and start talking a little bit more about her. So Erin, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you first got connected with the home.
Well, I am a hairdresser in Charlotte. My cat keeps coming over, so I figured I'd pick her up and let her look at the camera too. Um, I have been doing hair since 2007. For years and years, as I was building up my clientele, I was either in school and working or working two jobs. For a little while, I actually worked three jobs while I was teaching cosmetology school. Um, and I just always wanted to volunteer, but I really didn't have time. So I swore that once I was down to just one job, that I would find something that I could give my time to. And so when that day finally came, about 6.5 years ago, I kind of put out on Facebook and was asking people and asking my clients, like, what's out there? What can I do? And a lot of it was great stuff, but it just didn't really feel like that was it. And then one of my clients, who had been a volunteer at the home, told me about the children's home. So that night I went and I looked up the website and was scrolling through and just thought, this just seems like an amazing place. But as I was looking through all the volunteer opportunities, kitchen help, I don't cook, lawn care, the one time I mowed a lawn, I killed a tree, maintenance, I can barely screw a light bulb in. And I just kind of was like, well, they say other opportunities too. I just decided that I was going to email and see if they had any need for someone to come and give haircuts. Because I mean, that's what I do. So I sent the email, and really within a week, I was at the home doing haircuts.
Awesome. Well, and here you are 6 years later.
Later, which is crazy to think about. That's almost longer than a lot of the jobs that I've worked in my life.
Wow. Yeah, it is longer than all of the jobs I've worked in my life so far. So what do you personally connect with within the home? You know, obviously you serve in cutting the kids' hair, even still 6 years later. But what was it that made it feel like it was the right fit for you from the beginning?
I have always wanted to be a foster parent. Just the foster care system has always been something that has really felt like it pulled on my heartstrings. To do foster care, I actually have a client who used to be a guardian ad litem, and so she would tell me all of these stories. I'm like, I just want to take all the kids home. Unfortunately, it is not a situation that I can be in right now. So for me to find any way that I could help with the foster care system was just something that I really wanted to do.
So do you have a particular memory of the home that stands out to you? You know, obviously in 6 years and you've done a lot of haircuts, you know, what stands out to you as a memory that you cherish?
There have really been so many. The thing that pops into my mind first is the first time that I found out a family of siblings was being adopted. I found out shortly after I arrived at the home, and I probably cried happy tears for about 5 minutes straight, because to me it was just so amazing that these kids were all going together to a home. So that was really great. There's been a few other times that that's happened that also I cry. And I am not a pretty crier, so I think it probably scares the kids a little bit. Another thing that I've just always remembered, and it's just always been such a good memory, was these two little brothers that is like 2 and 3 years old, and they seemed to always know when it was Wednesday and when Miss Erin was coming to do haircuts. And they would meet me at the door and try to carry all of my stuff to the table so that they could sit down and get their fake haircuts, which they did not know were fake haircuts. And I love some of the time, some of the older kids would pick up some of the hair from the floor and kind of sprinkle it in front of them so that they would think they were getting real haircuts. And I just really, really sweet that the older kids were kind of helping with these little kids to make them feel like they were getting the same experience as everybody else.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so incredible. So talk to me a little bit about, because in being here for 6 years and coming as often as you do, you build relationships with the kids. What has, have you had any connections with kids that stick out to you?
Yeah, I actually have a few different girls who, through the years, me doing their hair and then the home bringing them to the salon to get some more complex stuff done. Like, we don't do color at the home. If they want their color done, they have to come to the salon. So a few of the girls, once they have left the home, have reached out to me to see if I could still do their hair. Like, absolutely, because to me, it's just like, I always have so many questions about what happens to the kids when they go, and it always makes me feel really good when they have reached out to me to kind of extend that relationship. And I love it every time they come to the salon, because it's especially when I only get to come to the salon twice a week or twice a month, and then these kids are coming in, and it's just really awesome to see them doing so well after everything that they've gotten from the children's home.
Yeah, well, that's incredible. And, just speaking a little bit to that, we have mentors as well, but people who volunteer at the home as you do, or with cottage buddies, or in a number of capacities, are able to build relationships with the kids that last beyond their time with us. They're only with us for a temporary amount of time. But our goal is that we're connecting them with people that are hopefully part of their village for much longer than we are necessarily able, to do that. And so we're so grateful for people like you that answer the call, when they reach back out to you, that you say, hey, yeah, let's come on in, and you maintain that relationship. It's so important because many of these kids have not had those relationships over the course of their life. And so to have somebody that is stable and remains connected to them is so important. If you could share one thing about the home with others, just to help them connect more, or one thing that you want to stick with people in leaving this video, what would that be?
I just think the Children's Detention Home is just doing such important work. Like, these are kids who need that stability and the love. And from everything I've seen over the last 6 years, that's exactly what they're getting. I think a lot of times when people hear about kids being in foster care or kids being in group homes, their minds immediately go to the bad stories that they've heard, that the kids are trouble, that they're not getting taken care of. And what I've seen in my 6 years could not be further from the truth. Like, the employees and the volunteers, it's just the love that they have for these kids is so obvious, and it's so important. The foundations that they're giving these kids with the education and the stability, and just everything I've seen has been so wonderful. And I want everyone to see what I've seen in my 6 years at the home.
Awesome. We're so grateful for you, Erin. And if you want to learn more about the Children's Detention Home or ways to get involved, you can go to our website, attentionhome.org. We have all of our volunteer opportunities listed there. Obviously, we can't do tours or in-person speakers right now, but we can always do that virtually. And so if you have a group that wants to learn more, please, reach out to us, and we'd be happy to set up a Zoom call for that. But we just are so grateful for you, Erin, and thank you for all that you do for our kids. And hope you stay safe and healthy through all this. All of you watching, same thing. Stay safe and healthy. Have a good rest of your day.